Having launched from below the summit of the Gitschberg on a volbiv a few years ago and flown over it twice this year, I was keen to see what the views were like from the summit while we were staying in Mühlbach at the western end of the Pustertal. As the lifts were free with our accommodation, we decided to take the lift up and then do a figure-of-8 walk, which involved a traverse around the top of the Altfasstal to the beautiful Seefeld See, descending into the Altfasstal before climbing back up to the See and finally up to the summit of the Gitschberg. The initial part of the walk was really beautiful, with absolutely outstanding views down the Altfasstal. When we emerged above the lake, it was just as beautiful as we were expecting, and as we were walking around the lake, we decided to cool off from the heat of the sun and went for a short swim in the much colder than expected water. There was a perfect breeze blowing up the descent from the lake into the Altfasstal, so I took this opportunity to do my first flight of the day, where I enjoyed the short 5-minute flight down into the valley. The flight was really beautiful looking down the Altfasstal, and it was great to then have time to enjoy a short drink in the beautifully situated hut in the valley while waiting for Becky. The climb back up was fairly warm in the afternoon sun, but the views when we got to the See made it all worthwhile, as we had wonderful views up to the main alpine ridge of the Hochpfeiler and Große Mosel at the edge of the Zillertaler Alpine. The last section of the walk up to the Gitschberg was a really enjoyable ridge with beautiful views in every direction. The wind at the summit was a bit tricky, but 50 metres lower than the summit I was able to do a forward launch in almost nil wind to enjoy a 16-minute glide down into the Pustertal to end the wonderful walk. The views were beautiful on the glide down, east along the Pustertal to Bruneck and south towards the Dolomites. Luckily enough, there was a bus stop right next to the landing field, which I was perfectly timed for, so 10 minutes after landing, I was on the bus heading back to Mühlbach, ready to enjoy an ice cream and a nice glass of local white wine.